What's up, you guys? Bond markets rattle ass chains tanks this amount to hold this opponent. You guys. Alright, you guys. So here we're gonna start off with the S&P 500. Time and date. Here's my time. Okay, you guys, let's play this out. Here we have the S&P 500. Let's zoom in a little bit close. All right, so here we have the S&P 500. Tuesday at 12. Monday, Tuesday. Okay. Let's start off over here where we were yesterday on Tuesday. Let me see where the box is at. Okay. So here we had S&P yesterday was holding above this weekly important trend line that I mentioned before, that I've shown you guys before. It stretches out. I believe passes through here, goes through here, whatnot. Let me see real quick. Yeah. Contact here, and it just broke it. So this is your first warning for this weekly trend line, because this weekly trend line has been active for a minute. Not just that, in the weekly, we can see the main area for resistance or support was right here, and we just broke that. On top of that, we tested support for quite a while now. This support right here. On top of that, if you look at the monthly, actually that was a monthly, not a weekly. So monthly area we close right here. The other area we got to stay above is right here, 6,343.8. All right, so we go now to the weekly, and we see how here. Let me take my shit off. Out here we have two weekly resistance area. That's why the market went down today. Today, and it closed above that. That's what is really important. If the market would have closed below these two weekly, which are acting as resistance, these two weekly resistance right here, that would have been really hard and really in a bad position, especially because the market then we're going to stay there the whole night. And especially if we have bad data, that's going to bring the market even more down just because of the price key that it broke. These prices are emotions. These prices, key prices, certain prices are keys to your emotions. So the fact that it would have broken through those two weekly resistance is just, and also where these candles or prices close is very important to the regular viewer, to the regular trader, to the regular folks that are just buying stocks like Apple, Google. They just maybe hopped in or they never really got into charts. Maybe they just bought it because of YouTube or CNN or whatnot. They heard a friend talking about Robinhood. They see the lines go up and down, or the price go up and down, and they see their CNN, all those people on TV tell them what to buy, what to sell, right? But they're not keeping, they don't know about these charts and how they make patterns and how certain key areas are very emotional to people. Anyways, so the fact that the S&P didn't close today below these two weekly resistance right here is very important. So that is something to pay attention to. I have them marked down with all my lines, all the shit right here that you guys are gonna get. So just to avoid from me really showing you the shit, you guys getting confused, I'm gonna mark them down with alarms. So these two areas right here are very important to hold, especially not just throughout the night, but tomorrow morning. If tomorrow morning we don't hold, or if tonight we break on down and hold below or just stay there, and then the data comes out at 7 and it's bad, we're gonna definitely shoot through it. And then we have some fuckface is gonna talk today at 11 o'clock. I want to say. So we got job openings, and we have this Fed right here talking at 11 o'clock. So the fact that it's job opening is gonna move the market a lot. That's why I'm gonna break down then later on how S&P is gonna break down most likely throughout the night, and depending you're 11:45, 12:30, and because of how it dropped today, the only thing that saved it, I believe, was Trump talking at 11 or 12 o'clock. I think he talked. So the market, and since he didn't really announce what it was about, the market anticipated looking to it, looking forward to it. I think that's the only thing that saved the market. Otherwise, the bad news ahead would have just kept the market in the red and not really close in the green, quote unquote. So now let's go to the daily. Also, my Fibonacci is very important. On the daily, we have a 50 Fibonacci right here. You can see after we shit above from there, we create support. And recently we tested. Recently we had these candles. They end up completing similar to this. So that's why. And then these are the two weekly resistance that I mentioned, I believe. Let me see. Oh, I didn't put the other one on my bed. So these two areas to hold very important throughout the night. This area right here. Once we start breaking this, especially with the bad news, we're gonna hand here midday, and depending what that guy says, we may just break on down and close somewhere in here between. And then on on Wednesday, I mean on Thursday, it'll be holy shit, are we gonna break this 50 Fibonacci, this daily 50 Fibonacci, and break also a monthly area, a monthly resistance, I mean support. So all that, and then, oh yeah, I can see it happening now. And then if we get stuck here with the bad news on Thursday, yeah, even though we break up, but we're still in the zone right here. If Friday we get hit bad fucking, what is it? There's a big one, job report. So if we end up getting that bad news, break to that fucking monthly, and it's gonna be a bloody, bloody, bloody week this week if that all plays out. So, anyways, let's now go on to the 12-hour candle, and there's two I just noticed. We had a three candle box forming right here. It's already active. It already passed through, and seeing what time it is because it's gonna close at 2 in the morning, and it will come into that 11 o'clock. That's why this is gonna be at the point right here. Either by 11:45, 12:30, we're gonna recover and close back inside this box here, or the market's gonna close somewhere down here in between two, either where it's at or between that weekly, these 2 weeks that I mentioned. Ew. And then it's gonna sustain there. Once it comes out at 7, the market open at 6:30. Depending what bullshit happened overnight or if Trump tweets anything or whatnot, the market's gonna open in a positive way, sustaining because they don't want to fucking break that weekly. And then once that 7 o'clock data hits, it's gonna break through it, and then you wait for your 7:45 to 8:30 to see if we're gonna bounce off from 6,375.6, 7:45 to 8:30, and then looking forward for that fuck face to talk, and we're gonna be hopefully in this region right here, the weekly that we just broke, and the monthly that we don't want to fucking break. We close the day there. That's if we have bad news. If not, we're gonna get safe. Stay about those 2 weeklies that I mentioned. Let's hope, yeah. And then the market's gonna be scared on Friday because, like you saw, that's a big one. And if we already having bad news with tomorrow, and then we keep that with Thursday, but anyway, that's too much in the future. But these are the three candle boxes that you want to go in, especially when it's so sweet and clean like this, no wicks or nothing, just in that side of the box as a day trader. Anyways, and also we in the 8-hour candle, we have a three candle box that is still active, but this one is going down. You have your first one gives you your resistance, your second one gives you your first one gives you your support. Second one gives you your resistance. You box it up and you wait to see how it stays inside. Normally, if it stays inside the box, it's still telling you that it's still active to going down, especially because in the 8-hour candle, we close this right below it. So this 8-hour candle closes at 6. The data comes at 7:30. So most likely, I say this S&P candle is gonna close and red in this area right here. Because again, the market, we haven't really had good news or nothing. We really haven't had no, like the Trump announcement. You would have thought that would have been something about tariffs or something positive. No, something about, I think it was about his space shit and about the false rumors about him being dead. But that's about it. There was nothing really to lift the market up. Like, fuck yeah, tariffs, whatever, whatnot. But nothing really like that happened. So something I really want to point out about him. 8 hour candle, fire candle. So now I'm going to put on my bullshit up to show you guys something in my indicator actually. So in the daily, my indicator is telling me this is the cushion that you want to hold to still be bullish. Notice how this is the monthly that I say we gotta hold, and it's right above it. Not just that, this is where the 50 Fibonacci is at for the daily, and it's just right here. So if all this, if by Wednesday or Thursday we still maintain this region right here, even my indicator is telling me like, yo, this is your breaking point for a nice fall, buddy. Then we go to the 12-hour candle, and this is what we're breaking down right now, the next area. So we need to maintain this right here to still have that bullish momentum going. And as you can see, this 12-hour candle is going to close in 3 hours at 2 in the morning. So that's what I'm saying. Right now, your 11:45 to 12:30 is really important to see how the market starts reacting. Otherwise, we're going to start closing in a others I don't like it. Others I'm not liking how the S&P is looking. 4 candle. All right, now I'm gonna go to my 1 hour candle. 1 hour candle, we have a lot of resistance right here in this area. I'm gonna put my bullshit up. Also, we're in a downtrend happening right now in the 1 hour candle. This is a weekly trend line that we just broke on Tuesday night. But we need to do that move, that 11:45 to 12:30 move that I said. Otherwise, we're gonna start going down. And another thing that I mentioned yesterday that we're gonna break them down and start creating some support here at 3 or 4, depending how we're looking. We're gonna go on up depending on the data and whatnot. But as you can see right here at 12 o'clock, it already gave you the first warning, and the fact that it broke through all that, I was like, okay, no, we're not even gonna continue going up. The market is gonna continue dumping throughout the night, especially but the 7 o'clock data comes out bad. We're gonna go on down, but you pay attention to, like I said, 7:45 to 8:30 in the morning after the data comes out, because you also have the Trump thing. So people are gonna look forward to Trump. So you're depending how we were, your 11:45. I mean, 7:45 to 8:30 would have been a sweet spot to go for a buy as investors, traders expect Trump to say something bullish and savior, save them and whatnot. And if you go here to your 1 hour candle, so here we go, 4 o'clock, we're still jumping, 5 o'clock, that's when the data was coming out. So the market starts taking a pause and rallying, expecting the data to be good or bad. And you see it right here. Let me take it off. You see it right here. The market is getting to get open. Data comes out. It's fucking bad. But wait for your 7:45 to 8:30. Here comes your 8, 9 o'clock, your 10, your 3 candle box right here. Sweet. No wicks or nothing. You remember what I said to wait for that. So since the market was recovering, the wait for Trump to say something good, you would have gone for a buy right there. Your 1 hour candle 50 Fibonacci. And anyways, next trade. You were fucking stopped around your fucking 12 o'clock because he was gonna start talking and who knows what he was gonna say. You have your 12 o'clock, he talks all that crap, and the market closed good, and he didn't really say nothing. So it was just him that saved the market in my point of view. Now the market, again, I'll put my indicator back on. There's a lot of resistance again. So 11:45, 12:30, we need to start breaking through this. So at 2, we close at least somewhere in here. And then from there, you just bullshit, wait for the news and all that crap. So let me see what. And on top of that, you have a 12-hour candle Fibonacci and a 2-hour Fibonacci. From pretty much from the 2-hour candle to the 8-hour candle is stuck in this area right here. You have 4 candle Fibonacci up in this area, and your daily 50 Fibonacci in this area right here. So anyways, I know that doesn't make sense to you guys. Here's that 2 weekly lines that I mentioned that we don't want to break. So if we still hold this area here, this box is a box that is going to now get stuck on if we continue with that 11:45, 12:30. And if we do, we're most likely just going to keep on dropping and be creating support in this area. And depending how the market comes, we're going to break it. But again, pay attention to your 7:45 to 8:30. And that's pretty much it, people. Well, for Bitcoin and Ethereum, and go for Bitcoin Ethereum. Oh, that this box is from 6,419 to 6,404.9, which is that weekly support that it's gonna be testing. Besides that, you guys, I'm gonna go now to the area of Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I'm surprised because it's been bullish, really. So look, if you here we have the market on Tuesday, right? But right away fucking got up. So I was like, okay. But you look now at Ethereum. Ethereum isn't showing that. So this is the one you want to follow, not Bitcoin. Even though Bitcoin is all happy, don't fucking follow Bitcoin. Follow Ethereum. And Ethereum now is showing me just like the S&P 500 is looking. It's looking sad. It's looking worried. If you go to the monthly, we just closed in this area right here. We're on another monthly support, and that's why I'm not liking this. We have the Ethereum hanging by this monthly support area right here, and you had the S&P by that weekly area. Again, if the data comes out bad tomorrow, Ethereum's gonna break that support, and then Bitcoin's gonna come back down. Bitcoin come back down. See shit. I probably lost a lot of people doing this shit, but sorry guys. And then that's gonna lose. That's gonna lose this area right here. Bitcoin has been trying to resist. Oh shit! On top of that, you can just tell me, hey, this is yeah, it's not looking good for Bitcoin. And that's good in a way, because the last thing you want this bitch to keep on going up, and Bitcoin's gonna go down. I believe Bitcoin, they're just doing this to keep it in a range where you don't want to dump it because you don't want people to fucking buy that shit because that's the real gem right here. So you gotta keep it in a level where it's high enough but not low enough where people are tripping because they pay attention more to Bitcoin than Ethereum. But Ethereum's the real signal right here. Then Ethereum is also what you want to buy because this is gonna be the next blow up, and you're already hearing it from Wall Street to all these fucks talking about this shit. I think weekly, so monthly wise, we're testing the support right here. Weekly wise, the next area is gonna be down here in the 4,000. But that Friday one is the one that's gonna do it. That Friday, depending how low we break. So hopefully if we do drop by Thursday, hopefully we're still in this range right here, and then it correlates with telling you, hey, if we break through this shit, we're about to drop. Also, it correlates with the daily 50 Fibonacci. So it's for people, it's gonna be scary and it's gonna be panicking. But for the smart people, you want this. You want the market to start going down with the fear of the recession and all that shit that they're gonna fucking be throwing at us or whatnot. Yeah, keep throwing us in shit so people can fucking dump their shit and we can fucking buy it. Whether it be Nvidia, whether it be the S&P, whether it be Bitcoin, whether it be Ethereum, whether it be RP, whether it be motherfuckers that gonna keep fucking buying this shit. And then you're gonna get it, and then you're gonna say good shit. They're fucking gonna, the market's gonna go up again. It may fucking go down for 3 weeks. It may go down for a month. It may go down for 2 months. It may go down, but it's gonna go up eventually. This shit always fucking happens. Besides that, you guys, I'm not gonna try and make this video too long. Complicated, not financial advice, of course. But you see how I was trying to break through it now? This is S&P 500, 1 hour candle. And you see how it's now reversing it on now, trying to break through that. So that's why I need to do that. So again, 11:45:30, we're gonna go and fucking break through this. Not really fucking keep pushing it up because the market is really scared, I believe. So we're gonna just stay in this stage right here and wait for the data. Otherwise, we're gonna fucking keep rejecting it too and just come back down here and not really break through it or whatnot. Because again, the market is cautious, the market is worried, the market emotions. All right, you guys. You have a good day. Take care. I say sell all your stocks. Pablo Mendez. I say, well, depending if you're a long termer or short termer, do you guys think what you guys best? But long term, I'll just be holding, especially if you believe in your stocks or your crypto. But besides that, I'm just gonna buy China bonds or that too. I see is a lot of down. Yeah, yeah. I see a lot of down too. I see a lot of down. I see more down than fucking up, to be honest. We've been going up like crazy these last couple of fucking months. Yeah, we took too many emotions need to fucking now be tamed. People are gonna panic sell like crazy. And not really. Then once we have starting these downs, it's when people start worrying or like, when is the down gonna happen? When is the stop? When is the bottom? When are we gonna hit bottom? And that's when the market reverses and people don't know really to go in or out. And so again, if you're a long termer and you believe in your stock, like I do in some of my stocks, Palantir, what else do I have? What I believe in? Nvidia, XRP, Ethereum. I don't really have Bitcoin. I don't have Bitcoin to be honest, but I do own a lot of XRP for sure. And I'm not selling. I'm actually buying as the tip happen. But what else? What else, you guys? What else? What else? Oh, get your money up. Buy China bonds. Some dumb beats for sure, bro. Appreciate that. But yeah, you guys. So far, yeah, the market is scared. And Trump hasn't really said anything to really make it up. But besides, that's all, you guys. Have a